welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be using the Thrive Causemetics Warm Neutrals eyeshadow palette. This palette is going to be released this month, so check it out. I'm going into Bethany, the warm taupe shade first as my transition. And then I'm going to go into Frida, and I'm putting that right on top of Bethany and just blending them both way out beyond my crease. I'm also creating a wing cat shape with these two eyeshadows just to draw my eye out. Then I'm going into Helen, and I'm going to blend that into my crease and a little bit on my eyelid. I am continuing this cat shape, and then I'm going to take a denser brush and further intense that eyeshadow so that I get more depth. I'm going to go back into Frida and use it to warm up my crease a little bit more and make sure that I don't lose that depth. Then I'm going into Madeline, and I'm putting that on top of my lid, creating a soft, creamy shape to my eye. I really like these eyeshadows because they're very pigmented, but they're also considerably blendable, so I don't have to worry about necessarily using too much. And then I'm using that same dense brush, and I'm blending out the lines around the crease that I made for myself. Going into Roseanne, I'm putting that on the outer third of my eye to basically give myself a more defined eye shape, because I'm going to put some eyeliner on. And what this is going to do is deepen my crease. Boop! And there goes my eyeliner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the beautiful shimmer in shade Winnie and put it on my brow bone. This is great for a highlight on your brow bone, your cheekbone, your inner corner. It's just gorgeous, you guys. And it's really, really soft. It kind of reminds me of Champagne Pop. So now I'm going to go into the Infinity Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Talia. This is a really beautiful navy blue, and it's great for blue eyes, brown eyes. It just brings out the color of your eye. Add a little mascara, and that is the final look. Beautiful daytime look. Anybody can rock this. And of course I did. Okay, so now for the evening look. Going back into the same exact palette. This time I'm starting with the shade Frida, and I'm putting that all over my corresponding. That's right, boo. And this is a really nice shade. As you can see, it's super blendable and buildable, which is what I did with it. So now I'm going to go into Helen, and I'm putting Helen on the inner and outer third of my eye and blending it across my crease. This is going to give my eye focus for the center of my lid. And then I'm going to go into Roseanne and do basically the exact same thing. I mixed Roseanne with Marley, which is a black matte shade. And what that's going to do is soften the black so it's not so harsh and mix really, really well with the dark brown. I'm blending them into my crease and of course winging them out. Then I'm going back into Marley, the matte black, and I'm putting more of it on the inner and outer third of my eye. Popping into Miss Winnie and putting that shimmer on. Yes, it can be worn wet or dry, you guys. I tested this. I had faith, and it worked like a charm. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh my god. I'm taking my blending brush and blending out the edges to keep it nice and soft. Then I'm going back into Winnie and of course putting it on my brow bone. You already know. I'm using the same Talia eyeliner. What I love about this eyeliner is it's so dark that you can either see it as blue or black. So when I mix it with the eyeshadows on my lower lash line, it blended in beautifully with the eyeshadows and didn't stand out in a way that made it obvious that I had blue eyeshadow on. So, of course, I'm reflecting all of the shades that I put in my crease on my lower lash line. And then I'm going back in to Marley, and I'm putting it close to my lash line, or my waterline rather, and blending it out so that I continue to have that depth. Now what I'm going to do is take a small lip brush, and I'm going to go back into Winnie and do the same exact thing. Reflect it on my lower lash line, putting it in the center of my eye and blending it into the rest of my crease. This is Thrive Causemetics Infinity Waterproof Eyelash Adhesive. This is one of their products that I have been using for 2 years, as far as I know. Might be longer than that. But pop on your lashes, boo, and this will keep them on all freaking Thrive Causemetics for sending me this really cute palette. It's actually going to be released this month, July, and I really appreciate it, not only because this is one of my favorite makeup brands, but on top of that, they really put a lot of effort into creating their palettes as far as getting everyone else's opinion before just putting something out. And I actually remember participating in the survey for this. So here's the palette. It's got a hard, thick shell to it, which I appreciate because if I drop it, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be alright. The palette comes with 7 shades that you can use. Of course, it's eyeshadows, and then this one is a shimmering highlight, and this one is also a highlight. You can use your inner corner, brow bone, wherever you want it, but it's also eyeshadow. I like the fact that the mirror is big enough for me to sit here and do my eyeshadow in it if I need to. So let's talk about the eyeshadow. First of all, the pigmentation is really good, especially for this to be their first eyeshadow palette. It's also buildable. I appreciate that it's buildable. I appreciate that it's also still very pigmented, and I also like that the eyeshadows are warm. A lot of companies create these really neutral, cool toned eyeshadow palette, but this is warm, so basically anybody can wear it. Even women of color like me, who sometimes have trouble finding whole palettes that they can use. I can use this whole entire palette, and I love that. I also love this highlighting shade. It kind of reminds me of Champagne Pop from Becca Cosmetics, and as you can see, it does glow. I put it on my brow bone, and I put it on my cheekbone in the first half of the tutorial. Be on the lookout for this eyeshadow palette. It's going to be released this month. I believe it's July either 15th or 17th, one of those days. It's going to be released. Another thing that I love about this company, which I have mentioned a million times before, every time you buy makeup from them, each item that you purchased will also be donated to a woman who has cancer or has gone through domestic violence. And basically what that means is, if you buy this palette, a palette just like it will be given to a woman with cancer or has gone through domestic violence. And I really appreciate that, because a lot of women who have cancer and suffered through domestic violence don't necessarily get the opportunity to beautify themselves and build themselves up, and that is a great way to just give back to someone else in need. Thrive Causemetics has a ton of products: lip products, face products, brow products. My favorite product from them is the Infinity Eyelash Adhesive. I've been using it for 2 years, I believe, and it's the best eyelash glue I've ever used. Another item that I love from them is their waterproof eyeliner. This is really good. I have it in the shade Talia, which is a navy blue shade, and these are pretty much the only items that I used for my eye look for my first and second one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to click the links in the description box. They are not affiliate links, in case you were wondering, and I hope that you learned something, and please go check out Thrive Causemetics. They are an amazing company, and what they stand for is something that I greatly appreciate. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.